आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार
वनकम,
नमस्कार
खुशामदीद,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम
सत श्री अकाल,
मेघांतरिकी वंदनम
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण
जय जिनेन्द्र।
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोलते हैं या अली मदद
मौला अली मदद बोलते हैं, सारे फीजी मंदिरों को बोल के नीसा बोला बरजन। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे। मैं से फालतू बाबा
and of course myself फालतू रानी लेकर आपके लिए एक और ड्राइव टाइम that's going to make it totally something to look forward to and totally mastani bandajani. Another day in 24 hours we mourn another loss.
That's right, Barajan. We just got the news yesterday that the late Rishi Kapoor sir passed on, and we also know that he was actually battling cancer also, right?
Yeah, he was battling leukemia and he finally succumbed after a 2-year-long battle. Rishi Kapoor Saab passed away at the age of 67 in Bombay yesterday. Banjan, we will share, of course, we did share the news item as soon as it broke last night, but we do have more details on what exactly transpired, and also with regard to what people are saying about him, his close friends and family, and a statement from his family as well that we'd like to share with you today as well. Thoda आपको ये भी बता दें that we will also be giving you a quick update on what's going on with regard to the coronavirus across the world, and also we'll let you know some of the easing of restrictions that will be that California Governor Newsom has announced as well, and also how a closure of all beaches and state parks are going to be in place too. So we will be extending our news segment a little longer today than what is on the air, probably about another 3 to 5 minutes. So if you want to catch up on all the news updates, you can go to our YouTube channel, Radio D Hotties. You can also watch us live on Facebook if you're watching us right now. You can stay on this particular video and you will get to listen to it. And for those of you joining us on 1310 AM and also on 92.9 FM, you can download the Radio D Hotties app to listen to a continuous uninterrupted coverage right here as well.
And of course, Barajan, right now let's go see what's happening with the news for you guys. Traffic update आपको मालूम है, just the same. It's the COVID shelter in place has been extended. People are waiting to get instructions about the restrictions being lifted for some businesses, and what we get information is the fact that construction work and some manufacturing units are the ones who are being eased up in terms of restrictions for them. But we already know the road work is already going on continuously for the past few weeks actually. It's day 45 shelter in place right now, and right now let me tell you, we're going to see what's on the news. If you want to catch up in detail about the news we share on air, you can always go and check it up on the news blog MediaMahima.com. Once again, that's MediaMahima.com, and this is the news.
Badushan, for those of you who are not already aware, India lost yet another stalwart and yet another icon, and that was, of course, the lover boy of Indian cinema, the chocolate-faced, the cute-faced dancing star who was the most successful star son of Raj Kapoor Saab, Rishi Kapoor. He breathed his last yesterday at 8:45 a.m. after fighting a long battle with cancer. He was admitted to Sir H.N. Reliance Foundation Hospital in Mumbai. His brother Ranbir Kapoor confirmed the news in the morning, that is so late last night for us. Rishi Kapoor's demise has left the entire film fraternity in a state of shock. His family members, close friends and colleagues from the industry have been taking to social media to share their condolences. A while ago, his daughter Ridhima Kapoor also took to her Instagram handle to share a throwback picture with Rishi Kapoor Saab and captioned it as, "Papa, I will always love you, my strongest warrior. I'll miss you every day. I'll miss your FaceTime calls every day. Until we meet again, Papa, I love you." And after his demise, the Kapoor family shared a statement which read, quote, "Our dear Rishi Kapoor Saab passed away peacefully at 8:45 a.m. IST in hospital today after a 2-year battle with leukemia. The doctors and medical staff at the hospital said he kept them entertained to the last. He remained jovial and determined to live to the fullest right through 2 years of treatment across 2 continents. Family, friends, food, and films remained his focus, and everyone who met him during this time was amazed at how he did not let his illness get the better of him. They also went on to say that he was grateful for the love of his fans that poured in from the world over. In his passing, they would all understand that he would like to be remembered with a smile and not with tears. In this hour of personal loss, we also recognize the world is going through a very difficult and troubled time. There are numerous restrictions around movement and gathering in public. We would like to request all his fans and well-wishers and friends of the family to please respect the laws that are in force. He would not have it any other way. Unquote. This was a statement that the family released. So, of course, as you know, the media Mahima tradition is to pay tribute, and tonight on the Pam Pam show, please do tune in. There will be a special tribute show that will be dedicated to Rishi Kapoor Saab. In fact, he is such a prolific actor that even till date, he was acting. You know, the most recent, he was working on a movie right now, actually, and even till date he's been acting. So it's going to be hard for us to pick and choose, Altu Baba, which movies, which songs, what we're going to talk about, because there's so much. You could run probably an entire radio station on just his movies.
True.
And his work in the Hindi film industry, because he started, as you know, as a child actor in Hindi cinema, who became one of the most successful stars of Bollywood, and continued to maintain in a multi-starrer environment his own, to hold his own and to be able to pull off successful movie franchises. So.
He's the only person who could pull off a pullover.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it's also rumored that he actually wanted to be remembered in a happy way. And some people actually say that, right? When they are in a passing, they actually get time to analyze life. Same with even Irfan Khan, for the matter, even for the matter, Rishi Kapoor Saab, everybody who on the verge of when they're facing the imminent, truth of life, which is going to end, right? They understand that actually is about living life happily, and that's what even he wanted us, everybody, to remember him in happy ways. So that's what we always do in our tribute shows as well. We remember the happy things. They brought happiness to us. What keeps them alive in our thoughts.
Right.
And that's what we're going to do in the evening for sure. We'll definitely tune in for in the evening on the Pam Pam show at 5 p.m. Right here on Radio Hotties Network, airing live and local on Radio Mirchi, 1310 a.m. and also on 92.9 FM.
Is there a Ganika Akira that you have, Altu Baba?
To go with his message of, trying to, I would say there was a very, very nice movie which came out. I don't know how many people saw it. It was called 102 Not Out. 102 Not Out.
Yeah.
It is the Amar and Anthony combination.
Yeah.
Wherein it was a beautiful movie about the senior time, or the time which is the glorious time when they actually pass on to the next phase.
Right, exactly.
Right? So, there's a beautiful song called Padumba.
And it says clearly, Are pyare chehre pe bara mat bajare. So, let's listen to that song with Jan, which features our very own darling Rishi Kapoor Saab in a ripe old age. So, enjoy.
यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा 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 यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा सर से गिरा दे फिकर का बोझा कमर हिला के हैप्पी हैप्पी हो जा कहना तू मान ले मेरा यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा हरदम तू है परेशान फूल स्टेशन की तू है दुखा तेरी समस्या का नो समाधान तू दुखी है तू है दुखी आत्मा श्रीमान सर्वर टेंशन का टाइम बाउंस रहना है तेरा काम तेरी लाइफ एक वेबसाइट का फॉर्म नाम है जिसका चिंता.com चिंता.com बुढ़िया रहने दे चूरन वाली बुढ़िया अपना ले नुस्खा मेरा बुढ़िया तन मन में छूटेगी फुलझड़ियां यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा गिरा दे फिकर कब हो जा बोला कमर हिला के हैप्पी हैप्पी हो जा कहना तू मान ले मेरा तुम मुझे जानता यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा सतरंगीला मौके गुब्बारे थोड़ी हवाओं में उड़ा रे यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा यारा समझ ले इशारा क्या बोले तुम्बा मस्ती में जी ले जुम्बा जुम्बा
And of course, Baljan, do you know why I played this song, Father? I picked this song specifically.
Why?
In this, you actually can see all elements of Rishi Kapoor. All the elements of Rishi Kapoor, as in all his specialities. His acting ability, because he's playing a role which is far older than his actual age. He's playing, he actually is dancing. The roly-poly guy dancing.
Yeah.
And last part, of course, which we do not know much about him, was he also sang this song.
Yeah, he sung
He
the
has
song.
voiced this song, but if you guys don't know about this, I think this song is going to become very popular right now. And anyways, this is something which we think is a nice tribute. We can remember him in those nice ways.
Right.
बहुत अच्छा सीख है इस गाने में, इस फिल्म में actually देखिएगा. It's 102 not out. Many people have seen it, have actually come back and told me, oh, good suggestion. We'd like to know more about it and all that stuff. So good. So right now, Baljan, we're going to go back into our news updates. We told you we're going to extend our news segments right now. So we extended news segments. So we have some news updates for you guys on what's happening locally, because right now there was this measure saying that it's been extended, the COVID-19 shelter in place in the Bay Area, 6 counties. They extended the period all the way to May end, but they also given a small thing saying that they were going to announce the limited restrictions on some businesses, not all. Some businesses, still restaurants and salons are expected to remain closed. And we still haven't got any directive in terms of what about public places, what's going to happen there. But definitely some businesses have been given the leeway to open and be operational, and hope that there'll be at least influx of at least billions of dollars into the economy by these businesses opening up. So in terms of manufacturing and I think manufacturing and construction works, that's going to commence. It's going to be allowed to open up for sure. So probably we'll have more activity on the roads is what we're going to see. But nevertheless, it's good to keep inside, stay indoors. I've been reading a lot of articles regarding how the second wave could be, if not properly followed, can be adverse. And we also shared with you guys 2 days ago about the news of how COVID-19 virus actually has the capacity to mutate. And also something called as the antibody effect was talked about, wherein our bodies sometimes it's difficult for it to build antibodies as early, when the mutation happens really fast. So it's something you got to keep in mind for sure. And yes, there are a lot of talks about, a lot of talks happening all over the place in terms of, there's a lot of information available for you guys. One source we definitely would urge you to go visit is CDC. That'll be the best place for you guys to get information. Radio D Holidays, of course, we try to make sure we get you the best information. We do our research and get you information from all the sources. And we also do something which is very important in journalism, that is citing our sources, which we do it on our news blog, MediaMahima.com. Go check it out. In fact, whatever we share with you guys on air has a link for you guys to go read up in detail on our news blog, MediaMahima.com. And yes, these are direct sources. And starting next week, we're going to be having a bunch of new things coming up on Good Morning Baby. We're going to be having our local authorities coming on and talking to you guys about these things, so that we all are in the know of things, right? It's important to have the knowledge of it, so we can make an informed decision when we have to make a decision. But as of now, definitely stay healthy, stay indoors, wash your hands, and stay hygienic. And yes, try to maintain the physical distancing going on for another at least May end tak. But right now, Balja, let's go quickly and see what's the remaining news we have for us. Fatoni, what do we have?
Well, right now the White House is weathering a series of controversies related to the administration's handling of the coronavirus. Panjan, President Trump's senior advisor and son-in-law Jared Kushner was criticized for calling U.S. response to the virus, quote, a great success story, unquote, less than a day after confirmed cases in the United States topped 1 million. Trump similarly tried to reframe the narrative around the growing number of coronavirus cases and deaths, which has now surpassed the tally of U.S. troop fatalities during the Vietnam War, by saying the high numbers were due to more testing. And Vice President Mike Pence ran into an awkward situation during a visit to the Mayo Clinic, where he appeared without a mask. Despite being asked by the facility ahead of time to wear it. His explanation was, I want to be able to look people in the eye.
Wait, mask doesn't cover the eyes, right?
I have no idea what he meant by that, but he wanted to be able to look people in the eye, apparently. So there's like a string of controversy that's going on over there. But let's go on over. Let's give you an update as to what's going on with the coronavirus. More than half of the U.S. states will begin reopening by the end of this week. That's right. And President Trump says federal distancing guidelines will begin fading out as restrictions are lifted. But that doesn't mean life is going to immediately return to normal. In California, Governor Gavin Newsom is actually planning to strengthen restrictions by ordering the closure of state beaches and parks after photos of crowded beaches surfaced last weekend. In Florida, Miami-Dade and 2 other counties will continue with lockdown restrictions even as the rest of the state begins to reopen. And if you think your favorite sports team might be back in action
I don't
soon,
think so, right? Yeah, I don't think so. They actually said that that's one thing that's going to go on until September. Also, is going to be something.
no, they're saying it's going to go longer than that. It could be at least a year before sports returns to normal in the United States. For a blueprint of life after COVID restrictions, take a look at Wuhan, is what people are saying. Through the this particular thing is, though the city has technically opened back up, businesses are still shut down and citizens are still hesitant to socialize. And I don't know how many of you have seen the pictures of children going to schools with those masks on their faces. So in California, though, let me give you a quick update. A California Police Chiefs Association memo sent Wednesday informed its members that Governor Gavin Newsom will order all beaches and state parks to close effective Friday. That's tomorrow. After the well-publicized media coverage of overcrowded beaches this past weekend in violation of Governor Newsom's shelter-in-place order, the governor will be announcing today that all beaches and all state parks will be closed effective Friday, May 1st. The memo reads, he wanted to give all of our members a heads up about this. It continued, in order to provide time for you to plan for any situations you might expect as a result, knowing each community has its own dynamics. Apparently, Governor Newsom's office has not really responded to comments, a request for comment by press sources, and this was something that was covered by NPR. The state has also experienced a record-setting heat wave over the last week, while coronavirus cases have continued to surge. The tens of thousands of people who cooled off along the coastline prompted local government officials to meet and discuss whether to limit crowds. Officials in Newport Beach, in fact, have where beachgoers actually flocked last weekend, met on Tuesday and decided to keep beaches open without instituting any further restrictions. Santa Cruz officials decided Wednesday to put in place a beach curfew, allowing only visitors between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m.
Makes sense. Who would want to go there before 11 a.m.?
Yes, but Newsom is saying that the modification of the statewide measures to control the spread of the virus are weeks and not months away, but he warned that any type of reopening would be, quote, driven by data and behavior. There's still no expiration on that stay-at-home order, but people are saying that there are some easing of restrictions. So just to give you a quick update, we had a graphic, an infographic that was shared. This is now currently allowed. All construction projects with safety protocols in place. All real estate transactions, but with restrictions on open houses and limitations on in-person viewings. So I think they're going to only have by appointment with physical distancing measures. Childcare can now open not more than 12 children, especially only for essential workers. Certain outdoor businesses, including nurseries, landscapes, gardeners, businesses that primarily provide outdoor services. Residential moves can happen. Use of certain shared outdoor recreational facilities like skate parks, but not ones involving shared equipment or physical contact. So skating parks are allowed, but you cannot. I don't think they're still allowing, playing on the swing, going on the slide, and those kinds of things. So that will still remain closed. What else is Governor Newsom's office saying? Oh yeah, with regard to schools, we had an update where Governor Newsom has, during a legislative hearing yesterday, apparently State Board of Education Chair Linda Darling-Hammond gave some indication of how California officials envision schools reopening whenever that happens. Some highlights are that students might have to stagger their schedules. What does that mean? Would there be a morning shift and a night shift? Would it be like bygone days in LA Unified when students attended overcrowded schools year-round? On Tuesday, Darling-Hammond suggested students might attend a physical classroom every day, spending half their time in distance learning at home and half on campus.
And also I heard that there will be going forward, probably, I don't know if it's confirmed, but there's a proposal saying that there should be one teacher for a class for the whole day.
Yes.
Just to make sure the tracking is easy, and of course the lunch breaks no longer going to be socialized. Lunch breaks will be within the classroom is one proposal to contain and also to easy tracking is what they're saying.
That's right, exactly. It's a practice known as looping, what you talked about. And Linda Darling-Hammond says research on continuity in student-teacher relationships supports her suggestion. She suggested schools might pass students on to their next grade level teacher after the first quarter of the next school year. You remember we used to have this system in India. I don't know if it's still there.
There used to be a class teacher, right?
Yeah,
She used to be she or he used to be the person who's in charge for the entire year.
Yeah.
That just happened, I think, middle school levels, right? Not.
No, it went up even to high school, yeah.
Interesting.
Only when we went to +2 is when everything changed. Schools might have to close campuses again and should be prepared to toggle between open and closed if coronavirus cases spike, Linda Darling-Hammond said. When will they reopen? It's still unclear. It's not even clear how eager local school officials are to run with the governor's suggestion. So, yeah, go ahead.
Go. Say.
So we will bring you that update right here on Good Morning
And
Day.
people wondering as to why is this all this, some people actually, in fact, I actually had this question, oh my God, so much of fuss over all these things. Then I realized actually when I was reading one of the articles about, the fact that there's no cure for a coronavirus. Even having a vaccine is not going to be helpful because if at all a vaccine fails, you're putting people under jeopardy. But again, there was also the same thing, the same article talked about the fact that, you actually would be sometimes it's always better to do this risk testing where you actually go on and say, okay, fine, we don't mind taking the, testing 100 people, put them in jeopardy for saving millions of people. So we don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, but definitely, Banajan, please understand that there is no cure for COVID-19 as of yet. As of now, nowhere. Even in India, people are saying, oh, India will find it. They don't know. India is working on a vaccine because they have the very huge vaccine industry in India. Same with China as well. So we don't know. But again, they have not come up with any confirmed solutions or a cure for COVID-19 symptoms.
Right, absolutely. In terms of some other news that's coming out is, many of us are going to the stores. When you go to, it happens to me all the time. I still go and check for disinfectant sprays, and I still go and check for disinfectant wipes, and try my luck at it. But people are saying right now that don't expect to see disinfectant wipes and sprays in stores anytime soon, because products that help prevent the spread of coronavirus, including these items, flew off the shelves weeks or months ago as consumers prepared for the pandemic. It could be several more months until high demand items like sanitizer wipes and sprays are easily available in stores again. In March and April, the sales of aerosol disinfectants jumped 230.5% and multi-purpose cleaners 109.1% from this time last year, according to research from Nielsen. And of course, if even on Amazon, people are saying that it's taking forever for supplies to be reaching them, and everything is delayed. It's almost a 4-week delay in having this come out to people.
Well, if people are actually looking for these things, falling short of it, and people who
Writing's
actually,
not that
oops,
easy.
I'm so sorry, guys. If at all you actually have people who want to learn how they can do stuff at their homes, keeping yourself busy, there are also opportunities where you can actually, you can make your own disinfectants, homemade.
Yeah.
We'll share that information with you guys pretty soon, Roja.
And if you're wondering about your stimulus payment, have you received it? Well, more than half of eligible Americans have received their stimulus payments already since they started going out earlier this month. But still, tens of millions of people are still waiting for their cash. That includes many low-income families who don't normally file tax returns, people who receive supplemental social security income, I beg your pardon, it's Supplemental Security Income, SSI, and some veterans who receive pensions from the federal government. But it also includes people like wedding photographers, these gig workers or contractors who are self-employed and whose businesses seem to be evaporating ever since the coronavirus shutdowns began. One thing that they're saying, who is next? Who is going to get their money? Payments are being delivered to millions of Social Security recipients this week who don't file tax returns. They can expect money to automatically arrive. However, they normally receive their benefits, whether by a check in the mail or direct deposit to their bank account or their debit card. Supplemental Security Income recipients and low-income veterans who receive pensions from the Department of Veterans Affairs who don't file returns can expect to see the money in May as well. There is one caveat for these groups: if they have children, they're due an actual $500 per dependent, but they won't get this money until next year unless they give dependent information to the IRS. SSI recipients and veterans have until May 5th to input their information, and we'll share this link online. You can actually go and put it up, fill out your information if you fall under the SSI or the VA category. And what else is news, Altu Baba? Well, we've got some news about Iran, where the US is looking to extend a weapons ban against Iran that is legally set to expire in the fall under the Iran nuclear deal.
So seriously, now when we're dealing with COVID, the whole world is dealing with COVID-19. Why would you think of war? Seriously, I think... Anyway, the gun makers have to make money, I suppose.
That's because the United States response has been the greatest response of all, right? Remember?
Krishna.
Yeah. Well, there's a catch, though, with regard to this, weapons ban against Iran. The U.S. withdrew from the agreement in 2018. Still, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says the administration will explore ways to prevent the small arms embargo from sunsetting, even if the US doesn't have support from its European allies. And key European participants have pointed out that the US hasn't been involved in any meetings related to the nuclear deal since it withdrew, and trying to extend the ban could test already strained diplomatic tensions with Iran. And of course, Banajan, one news item that's coming out is with regard to AstraZeneca, who are teaming up with Oxford University to develop a COVID-19 vaccine. That's right. Britain's AstraZeneca has joined forces with Oxford University to help develop, produce and distribute a potential COVID-19 vaccine as drug makers around the world race to find a solution to the deadly disease. UK Business Secretary Alok Sharma welcomed the tie-up as a vital step to making the Oxford vaccine available as soon as possible if it succeeds in clinical trials. So some good news on that end. Altu Baba,
Yes.
did you have do we have time for updates from India right now? Or?
Sure, we have time for everything India, Banajan. So here you go. This is your India update, India news, and of course, what we share with you guys, of course, you probably would already heard about because Indian news comes to us a little bit later compared to the other local and international news. Probably you have families already giving you updates every day because I heard many people actually are doing these Zoom meetings with families. And also are doing online FaceTime is increased right now, I believe. That's interesting. Good news, actually. So I do understand that there was a particular thing about some of the cities of India actually coming under control, bringing the whole or flattening the curve or totally stopping any more additional cases of COVID-19 in their areas. That's what I heard about in the news. What do you have?
What I have is all over India right now. There is. States are preparing migrant movement plans, and the center is saying that the recovery rate is now up at over 25% for people with COVID-19. The Union Health Ministry said the recovery rate of COVID-19 patients has also improved to nearly 25.2% from about 13% a fortnight ago, as people waited for further clarity on the government's next move on the nationwide lockdown, whose second phase ends this Sunday. Former RBI Governor Raghuram Rajan said India should open up its economy in a measured way soon to save jobs, and estimated that rupees 65,000 crores would need to be spent to support the poor amid this crisis. Interacting with Congress leader Rahul Gandhi through video conferencing, Rajan said it is all too easy to have a lockdown forever, but that is not sustainable for the economy, and India does not have the capacity to support people across the spectrum for too long. The nationwide lockdown has been in place, as you know, since March 25th. It was initially announced for 21 days till April 14th, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi later extended it till May 3rd to control the coronavirus pandemic. In its evening update, the Union Health Ministry said 1,075 people have died in India due to the COVID-19 so far across the country, after 67 deaths were reported since Wednesday evening. The number of cases has increased to 33,610, including 1,823 cases detected in the last 24 hours. So if you want to catch up on all these news stories that we're sharing with you right now, Banajan, you can go to mediamahima.com. Please don't forget to tune in to the Pam Pam show tonight, where we will be doing a tribute show for Rishi Kapoor Saab. And thank you to everybody who sent us such wonderful feedback about our tribute show yesterday. Yes, we do try our level best to bring you as much different type of content than the usual run-of-the-mill content. So we truly appreciate your kind words and feedback. So please do send that over to us. Just now, a breaking news update that Rishi Kapoor Saab has been cremated and Bollywood stars have been seen at the last rites. We'll bring you a last recording of Rishi Kapoor Saab as well tonight on the Pam Pam show. Till then, have a wonderful, terrific Thursday.
तेरी लाइफ एक